Japan is one of the largest consumer economies in the world. Scarlet, people in Japan used to buying all kinds of luxury goods. As they flee Tokyo, one thing they certainly aren't doing is buying.
Yeah, absolutely. Consumer spending taking a big hit, and you're seeing companies like Coach and like Tiffany saying that they've had to shut down stores. Not surprisingly, of course, but we've also seen the impact on the share prices. Bulgari, Hermes, LVMH, all three of these have seen big plunges in their share prices, and no wonder, because they really do rely on Japan for a big chunk of their sales. Hermes, for instance, 21% of sales in the last full year. Bulgari, 19% of sales. LVMH, which is the new parent of Bulgari, almost 9% of sales. And here in the U.S., Coach, 20% of sales in Japan. Tiffany, 18% of sales in Japan. The Gap, 5% of sales in Japan. They have Gap and Banana Republic over in Japan as well. So Japan, by some counts, is the world's biggest or second biggest market for luxury goods.
So no surprise that this should be hurting these companies. Let's also talk about another industry, technology. People are used to hearing about Japanese tech companies exporting to other countries like China, perhaps, or the U.S. But Rambus, which makes memory chip interfaces, does more of a third of its business in Japan.
Yeah, and that's certainly going to be effective because these factories aren't online right now, given what's happened. And that's why you've seen a lot of people talk about how Korean chip makers, Taiwanese chip makers may be in a position to benefit, at least in the short term, until things get back on their feet. Hard to want to go in there and be an opportunist, but that's kind of the situation right now.